Welcome to Nubiology 101, where everybody is a student as well as a teacher. How you doing, all my little Nubians and Nubettes? So listen, before I say anything else, I got to give a shout out to Dolly. Dolly, you are the real MVP because this almost didn't happen, but thanks to you, we here. And I don't even know where it's going, but we're going to go and see what happens. In my title, I talked about my crash landing into the beef sector. Like we all got our stories, how we ended up here, right? And my thing is with lives. I've been doing uploads for a minute, few far in between or whatever. But my thing with live is holding an audience or having a one-sided conversation, right? And I admire people. Hey, Red Treasure, Binge Thinker, Dolly, how's everybody doing? I admire people who can look at a screen, and which is why, for one, I find it off putting to watch myself talk. So that's why a lot of times my camera is off. But when I'm on other people's panels, I try to, train myself to get past that, or I have another focal point. But the way I ended up in the beef sector, let's talk about that. Because this side of 5 years ago, I thought YouTube was just for like how-to videos and music, right? Now, the first person that I ever came across in the beef sector, but I didn't know it was a sector. I don't even know if it was a sector at the time, was my good friend James Caldwell. And I didn't know him at the time. But this was at a time when Shirley Caesar had gotten herself into a little bit of trouble, right? And so I was watching like the Fox and different things that were connected to YouTube. And I came across one of his reviews and he was letting her have it. And it was hilarious, right? And I'm very familiar with Shirley Caesar because my mother, I don't know if you all know what an armor bearer is, but for those that know about the Baptist church and armor bearers, that's what my mother and a couple of her crew done for Shirley Caesar back in the day. So I kind of am familiar with Shirley Caesar. So that piqued my interest. Anyway, I watched James do, and I didn't know his name at the time. He was just that man that was going in on Shirley Caesar. And fast forward to where I think a lot of us ended up here is the T.S. Madison and Kaya debacle. Okay, I have been following Maddie and watching this Queen's Court on. Hey T, Red, how we doing? T Trisha, hey baby. Um, I have been watching the Queen Supreme Court. So of course, when that whole thing blew up, it kind of shifted me over to YouTube. And like literally everybody that I followed, I watched this person and then they talked about that person and everybody developed their own beefs and asked April, and I hope these people don't mind me mentioning their names, but she was one of the first people that I really started watching. So everybody that I watched kind of grew out of her chat and the people that were in her chat and that whole thing. So that's how I ended up here. Now, why did I stay? Um, because I used to watch reality shows, right? And have you ever watched a reality show and you wished that the characters on the show would say what needed to be said, or you wished it was a way you could call in or jump through your damn TV screen and say what needed to be said? So here on YouTube, we get to interact and we get to give our opinions. And so that is why I ended up staying. Now, what turns me off about YouTube is the people. There are very few people who I have subscribed to and then turn around and unsubscribe. I won't mention their names, but there are certain people who make video after video after video after video talking about the same person. And then they say, I don't care about them. I don't give a, how do you talk about something for hours at a time, day in and day out, that you don't care about? Things that I don't care about, I don't care about. And that's just what it is. I don't give it my energy. And that brings me to how does YouTube affect our actual lives? And if it does, how much and why? I see people on here say, I don't like you. And I don't know about, virtual world, but in my real life, like my answer to that is always, so what? Like your disdain for me means what to me in my actual life? The way you feel about me is none of my business. They don't pay my bills. And that's just the long and short of it. And also, believe it or not, I've made friends since I've been here. And the friends that I do have that we talk offline, because I have a bad taste in my mouth about the whole term behind the scenes. Because my behind the scenes activity with the people that I've met here and we carried it offline, we don't talk about YouTube stuff when we talk on the phone. And I know he won't mind me saying his name. James is one of them. Everybody knows that James and I are friends now. We don't talk about YouTube when we're not on here. We talk about something to eat, something to wear, and something to watch. And that's pretty much it. We talk about YouTube stuff on YouTube. So, everybody got their own thing and they move their own way. But the only thing I know to talk about is me. So I'm just giving y'all a little piece of me on today. Now, there was a person that I knew in my actual life years before I ever pushed a YouTube button, a content creator that some of y'all might be familiar with. Not going to give up there, I'm not going to blow up their spot. But I'm getting to a point here. I knew this person in real life. I didn't know that they stay behind a black screen. I don't think they've ever showed themselves on here. And they were doing a live and I'm watching. The voice was different. The cadence was different, but there were a couple of key phrases that this person said. And I'm like, oh, okay. I knew it was them. So I called while they were live. They didn't answer the phone. I texted a couple of times, and every time I would call or text, I could hear them hit their mute button. And so when they came back on, when they unmuted themselves, I texted again and I typed in all caps, busted. And they cracked up laughing. And that let me know that that was them. Now, this person, the YouTube persona that they have is completely different. I'm talking completely different from day and night to who they are in their actual life, which leads me to my point. I don't believe crap that I see on YouTube. To me, it's Fantasy Island. For those of you who remember that show, you get to be who you wanted to be for a day or however the cruise lasted or whatever. That's YouTube. People get to come here and be whoever they want. They get to brag about things that they don't have. But my thing with that is, Red, shut up. I see you. My thing with that is let them have it. If that's all they have, let them have it. It doesn't hurt me or diminish me. And then what's too much? If I'm proud of what I have and I want to talk about it or celebrate it, am I bragging? So I don't know. I guess it's just the way that you look at things. So yeah, that's that on that. I don't have a whole lot to talk about. The other thing, I was talking about things that get under my skin. The word jealous. Can we please throw that whole word away? How are we jealous of people that we don't know? I don't know how anybody else gets down, but I genuinely am happy for people when they are doing well and doing good. And see, here's the thing, and this is something that I tell my children. I believe in affirmations. I believe in self-love and building of oneself. And I have my affirmations that, I hold in my head. I have my affirmations that I say out loud. But if your affirmation includes the word you, yours, them, y'all, or they, start over. Because you don't have to be small for me to be big. And because I'm big, it doesn't make you small. That whole thing bugs the crud out of me. So I don't know. And then the other thing is balance. Our like and dislike for a person should not determine if that person is right or wrong. We're adults. We're supposed to disagree. I don't have to like everything that you do and everything that you say, but I can't tell you how to fight. I can't tell you how to survive. I can't tell you how to process your pain, but I don't have to agree with everything that you say. And if you do, depending on, the punishment has to fit the crime, I guess is what I'm saying. Like, I don't agree. And again, I know that my friend won't mind me saying, I don't agree with everything James says. Hell, me and Bree just had a conversation. I don't agree with everything that comes out of her mouth. But it's not been an offense to where I feel like I can't mess with her because her heart is dark or her. No, I can't tell her how to fight. I can't tell James how to fight. So there's that. And I'm going to, told y'all I didn't have a whole lot to say. And I'm a little bit, I'm a little bit nervous. I am. Um, because it's hard. It's hard for me. And I'm reading the comments, but it's hard for me to hold a one sided conversation. And I don't know if my Dolly is still in here, but if anybody wants to hit that link, you are more than welcome. And even if you have any questions for me, that's fine. We can talk about it. If not, I'm going to get up out of here. But the last thing I want to say, and it has nothing to do with nothing, I just thought it was funny when the whole debacle happened with Miss Pizarro. I was disgusted. Like, how puny do you have to feel in your own life to do that type of thing to somebody? But I have a message for her, and I need it delivered. My son, he was here with me that day when that happened. We were trying to get her back to her 1,000, and so I grabbed his phone. I'm like, pull up your YouTube and open it and let me see it. And so I subscribed from his page, and he asked me what was going on, and I explained that whole thing to him. So he literally airdropped her link to everybody in his call log, and he explained it to them a little bit, and they all subscribed because I told him you can't just subscribe, you gotta go and watch the video and try to share it. So look, now I got my kids all in the damn beef sector. But anyway, he done that. So he told me that Miss Pizarro owe him some money and he'll be waiting on his Cash App. So if y'all see her before I do, let her know she owed my son some money. And the funny thing about that, everybody in my entire household knows Pizarro by name. Like when I do my YouTube thing and I come back here, they pretty much leave me alone. They know my husband calls y'all the drive-by shooters. When they ask, what is mama doing? She back there with them drive-by shooters, and they pretty much leave me alone, and they don't get it. They don't do social media like that. But everybody in my family knows Pizarro by name. My son just said it yesterday because I was sending something to one of my YouTube buddies, and I'm like, you don't know who that is? And he's like, no, I only know Pizarro. So anyway, I don't know what that is about, but yeah, everybody knows Pizarro. So I'm looking at the chat. Hey, Demetra. Thank you, baby. Hey, Trish. How you doing? Okay, I'm reading the chat now. I'm trying to catch up on some of these comments. Hey, Pooh. Lovely lady love. Hello. Hey, girl. Wait a minute. Let me see if I can get my. What's wrong, Mama?
I'm about to cuss out.
You about to cuss who out?
Rihanna,
Why?
you saw the video. You heard what she said. She lied. She lied again.
I didn't see your video though, so I don't know where this started.
I'm telling you, I'm telling the truth, and she's lying.
Okay. About what?
She literally made that last live about her. She typed in my chat. She basically had so much to say unmod her. I unmodded her because I decided Kimmy and I have a truce that in a peace offering that we're gonna mod for each other.
Okay.
We're gonna have peace between us, so we're not gonna bring each other's issues to our YouTube shit. Meaning what she has with Pizza and Brianna is their issue. Okay. They're not talking about it. Why should I? And I was mad. Our beef was because of that. As long as she didn't snatch Brianna's Pizza's channel, I don't see anything wrong with it. I understand she was angry. I understand she plotted. I was really, really pissed off. We fought over that.
Okay.
I'm over it because she didn't ultimately snatch the channel. It was someone else. So, you know, what do you think?
I don't know. Again, not real familiar with Kimmy. Not really familiar with her. I don't think this is going to last. You and Bree go back and forth. I think it'll blow over.
Okay, so how long are you going to be live?
I don't know. Not too much longer. I've run out of crap to talk about.
Yeah, I'm cooking dinner, but after I finish with this couscous, I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm serious.
You look upset for real. Are you?
Bye.
Okay. Well, I don't know. Stay tuned. I guess. Thank you, Benj. I guess we'll see how that goes. I guess we will see how that goes. But anyway, if nobody else wants to come up, and did I shout out Dolly already? Like, Dolly, you are such a lifesaver. I really got to get this together. I don't know if it's this dinosaur of a computer that I'm using or if it's just flat out user error, but we'll get it together. We will get it together. And I have a couple of more topics that I'm going to make some notes on. So then I'll know where I'm going. Hey, Piz, Voodoo, what's going on? What's going on? Pizarro, come here. Okay, I did shout out Dolly. Yeah, she saved the day because I got frustrated and I was getting ready to snatch this wig off and throw it in a corner and go get under the covers. But Dolly saved the day, so I appreciate that. I appreciate that for sure. Hey, Cassie.
Girl, you need to get a banner.
I know. I don't. You know what? It's a miracle that I even got StreamYard working. I'm working on it, Miss Pizarro. Good Lord, it cannot be this hard. If I feel like I'm looking over something, but I'm gonna keep playing around with it until I get it together. But
Yeah.
were you in here when I was talking about my son?
No.
He said you owe him some money because the day we were trying to get you back up to 1,000, I got on his phone and subscribed from his YouTube thingy. Hey, Leandris. And he airdropped your link to everybody in his call log. So he was like, tell Pizarro she owed me some money for putting in that work. So I'm just letting you know that's between you and him. Message delivered, and that's what he think. And also, why do everybody in my household know who you are? They can't call nobody else on YouTube by name. Everybody knows who Miss Pizarro is in my household.
Because it's easier to pronounce, which is pizza.
Do you have your original, the picture with the fro? Do you still have that picture?
Yeah.
Okay, because I was going to say I could send it to Bree because I got a copy of it in my phone because I thought that picture was the cutest.
Yeah, I still got all my thumbnails.
Okay, good. So anyway, I guess we'll
Well, congratulations on your channel. So what kind of content you gonna be doing?
running my mouth and poetry. That's what I do. Miss Piz. That's all I know to do. You know, the
What?
hey J Dunn, the beef sector, the thickness of it. You know, I don't really get into that. So I don't know, just
Yeah,
wherever,
yeah, me too.
just wherever the road take me. So we'll see. And I have a lot of people. Lady Nika, shout out to Lady Nika because she's been pushing me for a long time. And you know, several others. Hey Fifi, have been pushing me like you got a voice and we want to hear it. So here I am. We'll see where it goes. So yeah, but I guess for whoever is going to check out Trishy because she seems upset.
She always upset.
Hey Sabrina Clark. Yep. So mm, I'm working on it. There's a few other things. You know, a lot of people don't want to touch the colorism situation, and I get it, but that's something I feel like we have been talking at and talking around, and somebody need to just sit at the table and talk through it because we got people on all sides of the fence and we all get along. We don't feel that way about each other, and that's how misunderstandings happen. Because just like the whole thing with me and Bree, I wasn't feeling a way, but it was like, well, damn. But as soon as she explained it to me, I got it. She wasn't talking about me. That was very specific, but people took that and made it a broad statement. You get what I'm saying?
They do that in the beef something.
Yeah, they do.
You know, just like I said, I hate light skins and mixed women. So
And see, but see, that didn't touch me at all because I know you love me, honey, and I'm practically see through. So that didn't.
yeah, but everybody knew that except for the idiots.
hmm hmm So anyway, I don't even know how long I've been on here. I'm looking. I'm hot and I'm hungry, so I'm going to go ahead and get off here and see who is coming next. And I will try. My mission is to try to do at least 2 lives a week for now and see where that goes.
I
So,
think you should start off with the colorism conversation.
okay.
That'll
Okay.
be a good topic. Most likely it's going to be put in the B sector, but it's still a good topic.
Right. Hey, April. So I will, yeah, because I think it, and April, that's a good one to have that conversation with too. I'm glad she's here. Hi, Melissa. If I'm missing anybody, I'm sorry. I'm trying to see everybody in the chat. But yeah, like I said, 22 minutes. Okay, Jay Dunn. I knew you'd know. It needs to be talked through and not just talked at.
hmm I agree with that.
Yeah.
All right, newbie.
All right. Thank you for coming up. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get out of here. If nobody, hey, Ronnie, if nobody else, Miss Aquarius, Sabrina Clark, if nobody else is coming up, I am going to let you all go, and I will catch y'all on the rebound. Thank y'all so much for coming. Y'all are in the lab with the mad scientist with her pen and pad. I love y'all. Bye bye.